All right, let's go ahead and write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that passes through the point 1, 2 and has a slope of 7. So let's go ahead and write down some things. First is that we have the equation of a line, which is y equals mx plus b. And if we remember this, the m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And remember that the y-intercept occurs on the graph when x is equal to 0. Very important for us to pay attention to. All right, in this equation, you'll notice there's a y, an m, an x, and a b in there. What I like to do with these equations is separate them into their pieces so I can find out what it is that I exactly need to solve for. So we're given a point that is going to be x, and we're given a point that has an x and a y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and label those. The y is 2, the x is 1, okay? And if you notice what ends up happening, it says has a slope of 7. Well, this is our m value, our slope. So I'm going to put 7 right here. Notice what's missing. We are missing the y-intercept. And because we're missing the y-intercept, that tells us that we need, in order to write the equation of this line, we have got to find what b is equal to. So that's what we're going to focus in on. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of the information into our equation y equals mx plus b based off of what we've written down. So the y value is 2, the m is 7, the x is 1, and then we are looking for the b value. That was what we were looking for the entire time. So now let's go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to get 2 equals to 7 times 1, which is just simply 7 plus b. And in order to solve for b, we're going to get rid of that positive 7. We're going to get rid of that positive 7 with a negative 7. Okay, and that should give us that b is equal to negative 2 minus 7, which is negative 5. Equals, bring that down, and the 7 minus 7 will cancel, making 0 because they're inverses of each other. So now what we know is that the b value, we've went ahead and calculated that. I'm going to write that in, is going to be negative 5. All right, so now when we write the equation of a line, the only thing that we actually need, the only two parts that we need are the slope and the b, which is our y-intercept. So that's how we're going to write the equation of our line. We're going to fill those two things in. We're going to write y equals the slope, which we were given as 7 with an x, plus the b value, which we were given, or we solved for, I'm sorry, negative 5. So 7x plus negative 5, or we can write y equals to 7x, to positive and negative make a negative, so negative 5. Now, one thing I do like to do and always have is like to check my work. So we're going to take this equation, 7x minus 5, and we're going to plug it in. So we're going to take y equals to 7x minus 5. Press the home key, bring me back. And maybe, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to function notation. F of x equals to 7x minus 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the point on there, just to make sure we've got it. I'm going to add the point that it gave us, which is 1, 2. So I'm going to go to Desmos. I'm going to type parentheses 1, comma 2. If we've done this, we can kind of check, hey, our point is on the line. Okay, so that tells us that we're doing pretty good. And of course, we can go even further than that if we want to check our line. We can do a slope of rise over run. If we really, really, really want to, we can do rise over run and check it that way as well. So I can come over here and I can say, okay, well, I'm going to go over 1, and then I'm going to climb 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's another way. So 1 and 7. So that's rise over run, which is 7 over 1, which is our slope. So that just kind of verifies that we have done this correct. We found our slope to be 7 just by graphically looking at it, rise over run. And what we did was we found that our point did go through 1, 2. And then if we wanted to, we can also go back a little bit more and check the y-intercept, and notice that the y-intercept is negative 5. But we definitely wanted to verify with the original point we were given, which is 1, 2. All right, I hope that helps you out with building the equation of a slope-intercept form line when you're given the slope and a point.